ACN Accenture.
Let's take a peek. It's been in an updraft, and we're coming into earnings. First of all, let our eyes do the work, okay? Don't overthink the market, I beg you. I think that's why Ryan and 13 do that well in the speed round that they have from early in the day until now. They just go, look at that. It's moving up. It's holding support. It's moving up. It just lost support. Your mind doesn't rabbit trail down into anything other. What's the headline news? What's the directional motion? And I find this to be a very powerful way to look at the market, which is why
we're basically focusing on catalyst and price action.
Exactly.
And that's exactly it.
And it's very beautiful. So take a look at this wedge, right? We have the market, it's price compressing. This, of course, is very institutionally owned. And, you know, it had its woes. And ever since then, it had this absolutely monumental run from the 2000, holy smokes, where's old resistance, new support? Looks like 2010, right? Monstrosity of a move, flag pattern, so likely to break to the north, but perhaps a little bit more slowly. So if we're staring down this kind of motion, my thought is the following. This midline of pressure is very likely to be that range of motion that we could see on a dip and then a bounce, right? So trend is up but sloppy. So let's go to the weekly chart now, and let's see what's happened to this over the last 4 earnings. This one, it was at the top of some kind of range, and it fell off a cliff, had one bounce, and continued to fade. This one bounced, retraced for a couple of weeks, and then moved relative to trend. This one pulled back a couple of weeks, moved up. This one just ran, but then gave it all back. It ran up for 3 weeks and then gave it all back by the 6th week. So we have to look at timing to see how these guys, it looks like they're good for about 3 weeks and then they give a large majority of it back. Or if they fade, they give a large majority of it back and then fall. So I think price action is a little bit weak. Let's, wow, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I suspect a directional move down into the lower edge here, but it's a higher low since it's at the top of the range. So we have 3 ways we can do it. We can look at an iron condor, and we can choose 320 to 315, and then 385 to 390. Okay, so that's in the range. It needs to be about $1, but it works. It works. Here are the other ones. Let's say that what this chart action will do is actually come in at 340 and then move down to 330. True old resistance, new support, right? This is supply zone where everybody's got all kinds of things to sell and nobody's buying. And this is the demand zone where people have things to buy and they chase it up all the way. And so 340 to 330, let's see how that works from a butterfly perspective. 340, 330, 320, that's 83 cents, $10 move. If you take the iron condor and the butterfly, it's one is going to pay for the other, right? And if it goes all the way, whoops, we can't take them at the same time because that is.
Did they share a strike?
No, they would, because that's a long and this is a short. So maybe we do 3.
Would just
25, 320, and then
Okay,
we can share the strike.
So I was going to say, this makes sense. So you're adjusting the iron condor there. What I was going to say is conceptually, would you move to a 1x3x2 and then maybe adjust to 320 strike on the butterfly? But you did it the other way. You did it on the condor. So I was just wondering which would make more sense. Looks like you answered that already.
Yeah, and actually either or is going to work pretty well there. Now, let's say you're bullish. They are looking for a $19 move. Okay. Mm-hmm. So they've priced $26, $27 into the move. And so that's almost, 50% more than what the market makers are saying. So a $20 move is going to put us right in the middle of the butterfly.
Perfect.
It's going to work out beautifully. If they are pricing themselves to, hey, we don't want to lose any money, it'll come right into our strike zone and we'll be in great shape.
Okay.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Awesome.
So those two. I'm going to snap a picture and just like I did last time, I'm going to put it in the Benzinga Pro
chat room. Perfect. And like we had mentioned, I think the last one that you did that with was Broadcom, ticker AVGO, and that was an absolute monster.
Banger. Yep.
Banger, right? Yeah. In fact, the news this morning was that it's had its best 2-day rally since its IPO.
I saw that.
So, Anne-Marie, your timing, it's pretty good. It turns out it's pretty good there. So that trade, really awesome stuff, making the subscription less and less costly. That is for sure.